Hi, everybody. Welcome to Mike's Garage. Listen, I wanted to address a comment I got from George Bailey. George asked a question about the buddy system when the military was trying to avoid the draft and they were trying to attract people into the service. You could enlist with a buddy, your friends. Up to five of you would be drafted together or enlist together. You will all be guaranteed to go to some kind of training, advanced training of your choice. Not all advanced training was infantry. They had advanced training for mechanics, they had advanced training for medics, they had advanced training for military police. Whatever you signed up for, everybody signed up for something different. The one guy I told you that lived on our street, Jack, he signed up to be the helicopter pilot because when he got out, he thought he was going to be able to fly around in the news helicopter, reporting the weather or reporting on traffic or something like that. Well, that didn't work out for him because there were so many guys that got out that had helicopter pilot experience. They were almost getting paid minimum wage because it was more expensive to keep the helicopter flying. They didn't want to add $80,000, $100,000 salary to a pilot for a helicopter to fly around look at traffic. So he went to another line of business, just to say the least on that. So what you would do is you would take your friends down, you would talk to the recruiter, because they were trying to get away from the draft, at least way back in the day. Today, I guess they're doing the same thing, just to try to get people to join up. You all had to qualify. You all had to be smart enough or pass the tests in order to qualify to get into the advanced infantry training. Now, once you did that, you would be guaranteed that all of you would be in the same unit for basic training, same housing and everything like that. So you would see each other every day, and you would all go through the advanced training together. Now, each piece was about 8 weeks. So you would go in, do your basic training, and then you would go to the next phase of your training before you were officially had an MOS, which was a military occupational skill. They called it an MOS. So you weren't guaranteed that you were going to serve together. Some of you would go to different places. Somebody would go to Guam, somebody would go to Germany, somebody would go to Alaska, because they have bases all over. You wouldn't believe how many bases there are all over the world you don't even know about. But they have presence in a lot of different places. They monitor radio stations. They monitor all that stuff. So if you do plan on, signing up and joining in the draft, I'll tell you what, it isn't bad when it's not wartime. If you can get a support MOS, like I did, I was a mechanic. In my particular case, I didn't have to go to any school. When I was 14, I had my first car. I lived kind of in the country. We would actually drive the cars around. 14 years old. We knew all the police. My father was friends with them pretty much. So they would just tell you go home, stop that. First car I had was a 46 Plymouth sedan, 3-speed on the column, 3 on the tree, if you will. Little flathead 6-cylinder. So, and when I was 16, we were racing at the drag strip, C-modified production. I had a 55 Chevy with a 327 in it. I could take it out the Power Glide automatic transmission, put in a 4-speed, put in a different rear differential, 48 gears for the track. Wasn't too good on the street. You couldn't go over 70 miles an hour when the engine would be screaming. But anyway, I did a lot of that stuff on my own. Now, when I went in, they gave me the test, and I got 100. I got 100 on the mechanics test, and I talked to the guy there. I was drafted, so I talked to the guy. I think he was a spec 4. He had the spec 5. He had the patch on. He wasn't a hard sergeant. And he says, tell me about your experience. You did really good on the test. And I said, well, I've been working on cars since I was 14. I worked at a gas station for my junior and senior year in high school. And we were racing at C-modified production. Can you do clutches? Yes. Can you do brakes? Yes. Can you do transmissions? Well, I could take a stick shift transmission apart. I can't do an automatic transmission, which was the right answer because they didn't really have any automatic machines in the military at that time. So I lucked out with that. But anyway, the buddy system is you can enlist and take 4 or 5 of your friends. You would go through 16 weeks of training. You all go through basic training, run every day, and do all that stuff. Crawl under the barbed wire, and then you would go to the second phase, which was to teach you the skill that you signed up for, and then they probably would deploy all of you in different places. Some guys start to stick together. I did find out. I talked earlier in the video about the twins from Missouri. They did go different places. One went to Germany and one went to Guam. They didn't get into any combat situations, but they were both mechanics. They both went to advanced infantry training because they were going to go back to Missouri and open a gas station together. And they were going to open, do repairs, do brakes and things like that. So anyway, George, sorry for the ramble. I hope that answered your question. But yes, there was a buddy system. There still is a buddy system for men and women. You can go there with 4 or 5 of your friends or just one friend. Sign up together, go through basic, go through your advanced training together. No guarantee you'll serve together, okay? But that is an option. So hope that was helpful. I really do appreciate the comments. I got a couple other comments I'm going to check out and answer them here at the garage. Not just respond to their comment. I like to do that. I would like to hear from other soldiers, though. If you were in the military recently, if you were in Afghanistan, Iraq, give me a comment. Tell me about your stories. I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of loan sharking still going on. I know there's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on in the military. So, let me know, okay? Thanks for watching Mike's Garage. Need more subscribers? Please hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it. And it's very close to the end of the year. I think today's New Year's Eve. So, Happy New Year, everybody. All right, thanks. Bye now.
Strike 2.
Good catch, good catch. All right, full count. One more. Come on.
Full count.
Be ready.
Strike 3.
First, second, and third. One out, play it first, second, and third.
Strike 1.
Yeah, you got cover. Make sure you're covering Harry on the ball by. 2 more, bud. 1 hit.
Strike 2.
A little bit earlier, bud. Good job, Brody.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike 3.
Any days, be ready. We went up the middle last time, Jagger.
Strike 1.
There you go. Nice catch, Sam, nice catch. Be ready, hit up the middle last time.
Strike 2.
There we go. Come on, Noah. You got 3 strikes. Anything close, we got. Don't aim it, Sam. Just hit the glove. Hit the glove.